question, including my government. When we were leaving power, the dollar was what? 3.9. December. January came up to 4.2. Today, how much is the dollar? What was the debt? The debt was what? 120 billion. We said, and that was from Nkrumah till 2016. We said it was unheard of. Today, what is the debt? Over 620 billion with nothing to show for it. We, with the 120 billion, 58 of which were by the Mahama government, there are things to show for it. UGMC, the various hospitals, schools, so many things that we can't count. Okay, what was the state of the economy? What was, if you look at the debt, it's not just the debt, but the debt to GDP ratio. At that time, it was about 64%. We said it was unprecedented. That means that if you take all your taxes and everything, you use 64% to pay your debts. That shows the strength of the economy. It wasn't too good, but it was okay. Today, it is over 100%. In fact, the economy is junk. Okay, we have been declared junk. We are not paying our debts, both local and domestic. This is the first time that people who have gone to put their money in investments, old people, those monies have been taken over by government. So it's a complete mess. So you can't make that comparison on any factual basis.
So do you think as a country we can come out of this poverty that we
definitely can. The first thing is to vote out this government because they've shown that they are clueless. So when we get them out, then we'll get a new set of leaders. President Mahama has proven that given the opportunity, he has demonstrated practically with tangible evidence that he's a visionary and there are things that he can do. So this government has failed. It's clear. They don't have any more ideas. Let's get them out, get a new government in, let them start the process of recovery. We cannot allow the same government, the patient was brought alive, and now the patient is in a coma. And you say that same doctor should take care of the patient. Let's get them out, bring a new doctor that has proven that when patients come, he's able to resuscitate the patients and get them back home. Then we'll start on a new slate.
And may the heavens rescue this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man.
Come on your
Ghana needs a change.
This is my friend Taylor. He's doing very well. He's buying cashew from our farmers and preparing it for export. And I was just coming from my house, and this is just close by. And I said I'll stop and see what they're doing and encourage them. He's got a factory in Awisa near Wenchi, and he needs just a little capital to be able to put in the business and get the cashew processing factory going. And so I've promised him that I'll come and see the factory, and if by the grace of God and the votes of the Ghanaian people I become president, these are the kind of people we want to support so that they can create employment for young people. This work that he's doing, look at all these young men, he's employed them to do this work. And so people like this are the ones that we should be encouraging.
The first question is from Collins Ajonu, and his question is, what answer will you give people who always say, what is Mahama coming to do again? Well, my answer to them is that I thank God and the people of Ghana for the opportunity. It's not every person, or let me say every president, who gets the opportunity to come back with experience and with a vision for transforming their country. I did my best when I was president. We did a lot together. We did a lot in the infrastructure space. And the experience that I have gained and the vision and the track record puts me in pole position to be able to do even better. And so I thank God for the opportunity to come back and use that experience garnered after 8 years of reflection on my term in office and come to do things even better and more than I did in my first term. And so we thank God for the opportunity, and I promise that we're going to work together, especially with you young people of this country, in order to reset our country and put it back on the track to shared growth and prosperity. This is Elvis Kafuido from Goso. Thank you, Elvis, for this question from far away Goso. Thank you so much. And he says, please say, I heard you talk about the National Drivers' Day, and I'll be grateful if you could explain further, because I think it's a good move to honor our drivers. We all know the carnage on our roads and the accidents that take place every day, taking lives of our loved ones and causing horrendous injury to many of our family and relations. We believe that just as we have the National Teachers' Day, where we honor the best teachers, we can have a National Drivers' Day, where in every region we'll choose the best driver who has driven for years without accident, who observes the road regulations, who keeps his car well serviced and in good condition. We'll identify all those drivers over the regions and we'll honor them. We'll also at the national level have the national best driver, and we'll honor him, give them some rewards so that it encourages other drivers to emulate them. But let me point out, the National Drivers' Day is not going to be a holiday. Like the Teachers' Day, if it's a working day, we'll go to work. But we will have an event that honors the best drivers, not only nationally, but in all the regions. Thank you very much for that question from Goso. This is from Mickey Atta, and it says, my visionary president, what measures is your government going to put in place to better the conditions of service of the suffering Ghanaian teacher? I've said that several of the difficulties and challenges that our teachers face, especially for rural teachers, one is accommodation. And so one of the things we're going to do is that in designing any school at the basic level or at the secondary level, that design must include accommodation for teachers, so that when teachers are posted to school, they don't have to live in an adjoining town and have to take transport to go to and from work. Already they face an issue with the adequacy of their salaries, and so it makes it even more difficult if they have to pay transport to and from work. We'll have other incentives which will encourage teachers who go and serve in the rural areas. And when I spoke with the teachers' unions, we agreed that finally we'll do the mapping out of which schools are considered rural schools, and teachers who agree to serve in those schools will get a 20% allowance of basic salary as an incentive for them agreeing to serve in rural schools. We also talked about cancellation of teachers' licensure exams, so that when teachers come out of school, their final exam in training school will be the process for licensing them, so that they don't have to come back and take another exam. We've also discussed with the teachers about their promotion and the constraint that is created when they get to the position of deputy director. And that is an issue that we're willing to sit down with the teachers and resolve. In many cases, I've been asked about other issues to do with premiums and other allowances and so on and so forth. And I've been constrained to respond because we know the crisis in which we find our country, the mess in which our economy is. One thing I've promised you is that I'll promise you a leaner government. We'll have fewer ministers, we'll cut government expenditure so that any savings that we make, we can use it to better the lives of our hardworking teachers and other professionals. Thank you, Mickey, for that question.
John and I have agreed that whoever has participated in the plunder of the state must be held accountable. And my friends, this is not a threat, it is a promise.
The Bat TV XYZ baby awa wo hwe me bia no inchia kese nkomo papa midweek edition of Inside Politics na wasogos wa wo tie me power 97.9 FM so mesama wakwa babium e ba Inside Politics dwumedie so yaje ngwa atena so no de na Ghana honkro na ye bebo baby awo bia no me patro ka che onu ebi na no so nkan tre ne ebi na onfento TV XYZ ye was satellite na wo digital platforms so me free to air wo betumi ahwe dwumedie bi wa wotie so power 97.9 FM onu ebi ntie bi ebi o te care mu baby wa wotie bi ano so me wakwa aba me kai se me pacho bebre yenye na abra wako Facebook anase ye stream live wo social media platforms no so TV XYZ Ghana on Facebook saso na XYZ broadcasting wo YouTube and today na no kwa wo behu yen na wotumi ahwedi me bi kai se Facebook na TV XYZ Ghana. Facebook ye TV XYZ Ghana. Na XYZ broadcasting we YouTube. Enti the tenano. Me mo bibi akwa babium ba adwumedie so. Ense me brena na egu bamba so ande ye ba ebedi ho nkomo. Enti me pa cho bebre. So sapo mu so onim se ye ka TV XYZ today a. Ene power 97.9 FM. Ye de ne crack through do masem ne te no. And no na yeka white black ye free ye be kind of credit trodo amo ma oswe hu say the tenor once again you're from a Nicholas ya owusi also bet me from a Ken Nicholas ma me fa na se kese ma Mr. Kelvin Asante o mama patient sa so na Innocent Okechiku and sana TV crew no ora Kofi Asante cameras head sa so ye ko MCR Raf Jampu ani ora Peter Mr. Emmanuel Kisimu ina so nchia kese enkomo ye papa mama for happy birthday amodro emfema Mrs. Harriet Ajay Kusi Mrs. Harriet Ajay Kusi Mrs. Tobacco pe me ba to her TV screen so no na that so no oh ma na waso da ma Mrs. Harriet Ajay Kusi wherever you may be happy birthdays are going up to you my sister Mr. Emmanuel Kusi owo TV XYZ sound no wife no oba fefe oba son no no obodo jedo obodo ojedo obodo jedo enti baby I will be oba pa Mrs. Harriet Ajay Kusi happy birthday may you live to be 9, 7 and 9 and beyond baby I will be ano maybe fia beton kwampio kakra enti happy birthday and come on Harriet Ajay Kusi my baby I will be a mi chechi o papa enti the attendant obaso no onena ya hwe kama no na ukunu Emmanuel Kisisi odo ye pa odo no odo wo mo nu eni hwehwe bia odo ni ni awieye de bia odo ni increase sa inti the attendant no peba ko enim dia na ye krado on more serious notes ye bana nsem egu bamba so ne ababedi hu nkomo na ye bedi hu nkomo dia me pacho bebre ye behwa nra ye kai demonstration e course so enye bibia se ye yankasa oman no taxpayers ya omotete esika ye snit me amete ye tim snit anti ye snit sika tete kakra edeto ho na sabio ye wie adwuma ye na vese obi se ye call retirement na se pension for na ya tete kakra di amaye wo hu yensi chie ba sika bi edo to maye kira no na ye di bia mo ba straight for no so omo gigi sika na omo pese omo so tumi nya mfaso na omo de to bua ye nyina anti ma snit for ye ne se omo di sika ne sisi dai di sisi baby ndwuma ne ade amomo nya mfaso di amamene wo ama de bibiri no omo tumi atete bia ma anti sentintia ya snit hu se snit wo buildings omo hotels omo echese niema bebre no sentintia na we na snit for yenim so omo 6 hotels wo Ghana ha La Palm ne echese hotels Buzia Beach mo any hotels bebre na nkasa nsia a wokɔ hɔ a me ankasa no metumi aka Buzia Beach hɔ ye busy pa ko me tadi boy na menim ma Buzia ya wo tadi de fa Grand Quanta na ye kɔ Buzia yenim ma eye Buzia Beach Hotel mu nya no kwan ankɔfo kɔ hɔ ade bi adwuma no kɔ so nso yenim ekosi ye na Senate for the abetu dwa ɛsɛ sa hotel simfa so de omo pese omunya no omunya Senate mu nsɛm de ha adwene na meye me hu ne sɛ ma wokɔ board of trustees na organized labor crowd reps 4 or so board chair no onene anase board chair person na nkasa no onene oba ye friend no madama yenim say no MPP for no ne besi wonti omo de hu say omo line no but ye hwe organized labor omo reps wo so enso omo nkasa ma ye ya omo tete ye sika to ho no aha omo hwe ma ye omo mboa ye Elizabeth Ohene ono no ye board chair enso omo nyina no omo co direction and penny for no ye Senate for be kan so omo pese omo de percentage majority share no omo ton de man call for na wo hwe 60% de na nche say nipa no we only hotels newie na enyo bia omode man say Rock City a ore friend Brian Champon a oye sector minister wo agric minister friend Brian Champon ono na omoton sa hotels insien de amano na wo hwe nsem no mu kwan kra no mo fa so de aton de ama Brian Champon no sabi wanyanse bia anim kwan no mo fa so nsumam ade akoye se omo ankasa no omo ye omo so Brian Champon wo experience wo hospitality service Rock City ba be dey year Rock City ba 29 Rock City cry ye kan omo nsem a se enye adwuma ba kra no omo nya mfa so da nti ye ka experience omo ni experience bia wo hospitality service omo be ka se Brian Champon ne deserve say ye de hotels insien na de ma no ha ne hin nti Ghana for se ye ma kwan because na do dan kwa akufo ado ejapade manager pade dan sase omo bae na MPP me ni mo no MPP wa no mampani kofo time yen men sase a ewo laboni ene cantonment etwa ma omo ho ton de ma omo ho na ha adwene yi na do so bae so no so state own properties na ye twedi kro nye obi keke obi ono aso wa ban mu na mo de ma no ha adwene bi enti no Ghana tunto su kokko protest against the sales of Senate hotels no na and some be nankasa na ekoso na yenyim key personalities a omo so do omo hu hye mu papa a omo di nkomo de fa dwumedie no ho omo so kasa enti etitiru ankasa na ekoye wolo mofo nya akoye na nanom ahemfo ne nanom omo gu nsan na de omo hu jimu lansasefo omo na asase ne omo de maban kwa so on develop na mfanya manwuma so eduru baby ye ton edidi a omo so omo hwemala enkosa anti mpanifo bi omo so ko bi a ye ne omo di nkomo na mepese ebetie na we hu se endra demo no na enye demo keke moma yentie mra.
So today we are telling the president that we will never be spectators and that we expect him to do the needful and leave the assets alone.
Government needs to stop this transaction from taking place. I mean, it's as simple as that.
As a government, the assets of the people are put in trust with you, and if you start selling everything, taking over everything, what do you expect the people to do?
Me a businessman, and then me business in say, and then me business in go. Me yikas be a macrefra brochira bar, or my family in free them. Into a mom's way, me hot, my hot ankasa, me who's can you me nive.
The sale of these hotels now, in fact, it go against me. I'm thinking about it. That will not me, but my great-grandchildren, they will come to suffer for it more. So I wanted to come and take part in this demonstration.
President Akufo-Addo should promptly dismiss his appointees within his cabinet and those on the Senate board and Senate management for engaging in this scandalous transaction, which violates multiple laws and does not guarantee value for money. We call on President Akufo-Addo to commit to assenting to a private member's bill, banning all politicians and politically exposed persons from buying state assets when Parliament concludes the bill and forwards same to his office.
Anti yehu maame Joyce Bawa Mutari yehu no so o kasa ono na wo hwa NDC says ya an appointment efano flag bearer campaign omo oye kasama fo no yete so kasa yehu wolomo ankasa woko lasase so a nananom konfu pani pa no ono so ekobia na ogunsa yehu the lead convener ora Samuel okujato ablakwa ono no di anim mpanifo ekukudama endo omode omanim nyamkota adwumade erechi because ye hwe entena ho ma bibisa enkoso nti eno na yehu no na yatua ensem no so no ma me pani pa sabiwa wedi dem kakra na night onye obi otumi sorry nantet semi Nicholas we no so sabiwa wedi dam kakra omu ina na di omu ho jimu a no so kasaye chese enema ekoso ne de emboa hotels ananado ene sebi wa pamfo mo betoye na mo tonso a mo tonso aton de amamo ho me hu mu ano no krom ha ensase mo amatonton atwitwa amamo ho edanya hro na minim se embribi baba ye friend ubeje mu aposo nti ni na aka ho bi yankonkohwe ye maame a nani afi na wedi dam kakra na mepacho no so okasa o sebi obubu ani o no kasa bo me course no nti echese ndra Ghana fo de ohun jim papa me yenkonkore mbra
amafre so fa 10
na menya bukina menya bro no ha no kura sida ha no kura
ale
bubu di anko TV ni so na mu testa na mu dini obi aba me ko TV so
amana wana so be skedi obi anyi skedi yo
ni be kwa ya ku fado ni ti kwatire kwase kura no aya na mu skedi ye
o se ko baro ti twaro za kura Ade
nya sabi anyim
menkasa panyini panyini se do binti minu atem no so wo ntimi na atem o man panyini
udo yo pa man panyini do yam man
oh dabi o Ghana nyina eti
udo yo ti ami da yeti
ade den wa yo unu ana na Mama unya no.
O fitia bi musu fitia bi.
Anso unya na wo ka zeri ti.
Na minya wo ya de na ye a won ka.
De na waye, de na waye.
Me de wo me ase na wo me ase na wo.
Ah, na se wunim de wo ka.
La father la son.
Are, no pati sa.
Oh. Papa be se jam ha o. Se na mania do di jam me ye wa di ba ha. Uda.
Mania bre. Ya ku foda ye wo so. Ah, yes, one more 10. Ah, 1 more 10. Hey. So the Ghana heading. Oh. The Ghana heading pa. No why are there? I was papa wow. We are going to mention now.
Enti adiateno no ya maame pani no se ebufuo so maame sabi onanan kra no eye ne ya onantinchemu hui nso ma ekoso wo man no mu ha adwene sesi ano cost of living akosro ye ho papa ye ho hihye miami kodwom sesi a container kra paint container rubber nketwe 200 Ghana cedis tomatoes nti brand ankasa bre na sebiwa eniema so a sebi omanu so eja omanu betumi edidi ho kakra mo san to ade amamo ho wo ho maame na tete sem ofam na o senti na nado ma wodi mani fasui eyeni mekoi eyeni nti mpanifo maame untumi nanti o mpanifo pa omodi omo ji eye adwumadie no ti ndra adwumadie ndi krabo hwe papa police for ni di kambo adwuma nso ekwa awiye no na hadwene hwe mpanifo a ye tumi de tie gas ne eye pepper spray na agugu omani wodwen ho bia wonti ase hadwene na the late convener de ma eye mendra eye demonstration ya ekosui omu protest ya Ghana ina aje bebia oye ura honorable Samuel Okujato Ablakwa anape okopie mu TV3 na oni TV3 fukodi nkomo no share the next line of action in case of Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo petition na oma presented their momo ya tese omo kan kire yes ya de ombe review the sales of hotel no se omo ntumi ntu ho na mo na ye hwehwe na sabi ombe mo maso aye dendenden a Yebehu mebesi. Enti yankonkweti honorable Kujato Ablakwa and yenuanom TV3 morning show of course now ask how si church and seminole yankweti emra.
I hold in my hands here the incorporation articles of Rock City Hotel Group of Companies Limited. There are only 2 directors here. I'll share it with you. Brian Achampong and Rosemary Clotte. So those people who are out there say, oh, he's not even a director. He's not a director. Under our company laws, you need 2 directors to hold a board of directors meeting, at least 2. So if he doesn't participate, there is no meeting. He is a director. He has not relinquished his interest in the company. In addition to that, these articles of incorporation reveal that he is the sole shareholder. And even worse, he is the sole beneficial owner. Take a look at it.
By the shareholdership.
Yes. He's a sole beneficial owner. So anytime Rock City makes profit, it's all going to him. Sole beneficial owner. He stands to benefit, to gain from this transaction. Then you see this claim that he made, very deceptive claim that, oh, I'm not involved. It's a Rock City, it's another entity. I'm not in the day-to-day administration. I'm not even supervising this deal. Are you aware that the revered chiefs of the Edina Traditional Council have exposed him? Let me read this letter to you. This is a letter signed by Nana Kojo Kondia VI, the Omanhene, the respected Omanhene, the venerable Omanhene of Edina Traditional Area. A petition to the Chief of Staff. And he writes, settlement of Golden Beach Resort land at Elmina. It has come to the notice of the Edina Traditional Council that the Golden Beach Resort Elmina has been offered for sale. This came to attention when Honorable Brea Champon, Member of Parliament for Abetifi constituency, visited the site with the investors. Our main concern is that the land on which the resort is situated is a property of the Edina Traditional Council. We are therefore calling your attention so that we all could solve the matter amicably. Yours faithfully, signed Nana Kojo Kondia VI. This is Nana Kojo Kondia, the prominent paramount chief of the Edina Traditional Council, saying that he saw the Honorable Brea Champon. He came to the hotel Elmina Beach with investors, carrying out their final checks. So where from this claim that I'm not involved, I'm so removed, and it is some other people at Rock City, they probably didn't even consult me as the sole beneficial owner, as director, as sole shareholder. I'm so removed. I'm somewhere focusing on food prices, which really is not working. Food prices have gone through the roof, so clearly he can't tell us he's focusing on that. So are you telling us that the chiefs of the Edina Traditional Council, who see him on a daily basis and have petitioned the Chief of Staff and the President that they want to be consulted, they offered their land virtually for free without compensation because they were excited that the state was coming to put up a hotel and they will get jobs for their young people, and that if you are now going to privatize it, then let's sit down and let's give you the commercial rate. We are saying that politicians and politically exposed persons, so our spouses, our children, you've heard what the Freddie Blay sons have done. So Labadi Beach Hotel has become the only beach hotel in the world without a beach. They should be changing their name, Labadi Beach Hotel. And yet, because of the state capture going on, the rampant state capture, people other than Labadi Beach Hotel say that they now own the beachfront of Labadi Beach Hotel. So we are saying that all politicians, all politically exposed persons should be banned. We want an express law, very clear and precise. They should not go anywhere near the purchase of state assets. They shouldn't be part of the transaction. Even if you are a member of parliament, you are not a minister. Let's be very clear, because best practice elsewhere, that's what is going on. And look, once we do that, you will see that a lot of these sales going on, these rampant sales will stop. Because pierce the veil always, and you see the interest, you see who is behind it. Look, are you aware that since I started this campaign, the number of public servants who have called me, are you aware that the Parks and Gardens land has been sold? They have called me that they went to work one day and they were told that some people showed up, they are the new owners. prisons. Go to prisons near the Osu runabout, the barracks. They have given them up to July to vacate. That they've sold it to private developers. Go to airport all the way to DVLA and all of that. All of that tracts of land, huge tracts of land, that whole swath of land is all gone. So the impunity. Look, there are doctors, Ridge Hospital and others, who are telling us that their bungalows have been sold. They now have to go and live far away. If there's an emergency, how do they help us? How do they cope? There are chief directors, judges. They get letters. You have 2 weeks to move. We have sold.
They came to complain to you?
Yes. We have sold the land. Move. You have 2 weeks. And we will rent for you 1 year. And just go around. Look, and to think that colonialists, who we always condemn, and I join in that condemnation, that they came here to loot, to rape, and to just plunder. Even they, when they were putting up ministries, they knew that civil servants must live close to the ministries, and carved out land at Labone, cantonments, Rich, to make sure that there's good proximity. People who are working in the ministries, so that you can go to work conveniently. If there's an emergency, there's a national emergency and an urgent situation, you can get to work early. You can be called at any point in time. All of that land is gone, and we are pushing everybody far away. Civil servants, chief directors have to now be coming from work from Kaswa, Gomoa, and other places. Why? Why are we doing that? So there's a bigger issue of how state assets are being plundered, are being raped, are being pilfered, and it cannot be allowed to continue. What country are we building? How would the next generation see us? The state capture must stop, and that is what this crusade is about, and that is why thousands of Ghanaians are pouring onto the streets. And President Akufo-Addo should comply with our petition. He has no choice. Look, in the next few days, if we don't hear from President Akufo-Addo that he is stopping this sale, he has the authority, he has the power. His appointees who are selling as NIT are his people. He appointed them. He has power over them. Those buying are his people. He has power over them. He should tell them to back off and keep these state assets for all of us, for Ghanaian workers. If it is good for Brian Champo, it can be good for all Ghanaians. He should not hesitate. Look, already I can confirm to you that we have received formal invitations from the chiefs and people of the Central Region. They say that they are impressed with what the Ghana chiefs have done here. They want their own showdown. If in the next few days we don't hear clearly from President Akufo-Addo that he's stopping this transaction, our next action will be in the Central Region.
It's honorable Ayo Kujato Blackwa na yetene kanono ye lead convener edema eye demonstration e course enrano emun say na wetumi achechre mu no atre etumi intercept ehun eye documenta etrese eye Rock City kura no niam anhada nkoyi sao nti we mu na ye ton de ama omui e wo de etie na ansema honorable Kujato Blackwa e de atudwa na wachechre mu ma ye nyina yetumi atibi na me patrol bebre ende so parliament honorable Brian Champon ono so e de tudwa interview e course so o se honorable Kujato Blackwa so we intercept any document Fiji area oboa efa Rock City hwa so oboa no kra bia anim fi say Rock City kra no afi no mo file omo 2023 tax anti afi no mo de koma GRA efa no 2023 how omo si adwuma musi kasem omo to ne ade mutu aye returns no afi no mo ye na Brian Champos afi na mo ye do half of the year 2024 enti say honorable Kujato Blackwa na mbeka saa enti afi no beka saa afi na mo file mo tax returns ni meka ho we na ya asem mahu enti asem na asem kwe ya asem fofora ba o say enye no kre na afi na 2023 kra no ho nsem no mo toto no with GRL mo de ko enti oboa no oboa so a say ye Nicholas anase Kofi Asante ana Alhaji Amadu Sorogo a na adwuma na do half of the year June no file na return cheche say adwuma ne aba betum GRA food the omo krado padlock akese aba betum nti asem na san kwotwe asem abo yenko kati honorable Brian Champion na asem odi tudwa
you
are not making losses.
Well,
Yes.
I was studio how many Okuja to Shebata career Kemna Rock City is making losses or intercepted documents from GI or intercepted document the hockey can
from GRA.
Me say na ya.
Serial number.
Me say ni
na be
signing Niaba. The BNY Okuja to can was asking me one name. In Trump one try in the first place. In the first place, Rock City, Mama so as one ten my checking on GRA. Say filing on 2023 taxes. I was almost filing by June ending. Into Munyam filing. Into could to intercepted document there with GRA. Rock City focus on 2 GRA no matter filing taxes. I'm filing the end of the month. Into your document in a way. On your document, GRA be BSN and Contumpo Bosremuka draw.
Nothing at all.
There's nothing. In
2022, no losses.
Me see, 2022 Rock City they did not make losses. But he was categorical.
With 2023.
So what intercepted documents.
Yes.
Emma serial number, Emma file number, Emma
the person who signed off some.
Me see, GRA Rock City has not even filed their 2023 taxes. It's due June ending. In June, I am doing one note, and and then I'm daring you. I'm daring him.
Eti the ateno no honorable Brian Champion na semo de atudwane no Ghana fo ehu enti se we nyina ma John Kasafi na 2023 your half of the year eno kra no wonya enti we na ye nsema chese MPP aban na nkasa no eno ye nim nkofo bi omonema edu tema port a duty kra omuntua duty kra tema port omonema ba mu yi ya na ekọ bebre koso ha ewe GRA won na ye mum na ye bre na mode moyi na mbototo ye shops ni ndwumam baby anche 2022 filing returns across say ti adwuma no mutum chama make no mati ase nti bi no na parliament wa biom na ndeso honorable Mighty Opoku Prempe and they say ye friend is saying national security ni NIB nka na e kan BNI omo say MPP basing do munyi omo running mate no omo say ono no e poplant o mbeyi no sa na ye tete o and omo trinity by 6 months in omo for papa so omre parliament beyi sema e fa no dum so e koso o man ganam ye papa beba omba and no tumi copy him on the floor of parliament no call parliament no omo bisa na fa ne dumso ensami omo bisa na honorable Mighty Opoku Prempa ye friend napo si de biara da enya de adumso abagana na problem no enye sika bia faulty transformers o se dumso aye hu ye na faulty transformers dumso ye be yo faulty transformers na ama abane sa shoot to me din kofo na mama mejedu o frame takrad oh ye wusu show di no na ma pe rechargeable fan bi command on bon fan ho show ye dum light dum so make say kwa dum so wom make say kwa makofie na ye dum no nche ne kwada da so mbe dum no o say ye bo papa ye bisend bibia na o de afa ha dum so bia ni ho na ye faulty transformers. And last week na ECG for the buy say yes sign when your problem be me be so to be 2 weeks a day enemy yes say be do num nkane a yes am be say an wasem so on kronte da we also ye Minister of Energy you are not in charge so you in charge che ECG statement o mo de buy e che say 2-3 weeks a day enemy ye be say dundum kane o mu face challenge bi no ye bisa no so no nteda iti Mighty Opoku Prempe ne nsam o pese o che na no say dum so bia de mbae enye papa na MPP fu ye o mu program okuma so ka che me ne wo say if say dum so aba yenye timetable no ye hu say low shed na aba yenye timetable enye ono na mu fi say okopie parliament obeji atum onje ntum nti nipa we ye mo kwan no so obeye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia running mate na yam kram fa samba na chen bi obeva we akohwini ekomo mbe ma ade Ghana ha na nye bi ni we Ghana ni amuma ehu sesa ankofu no mumboa yen in the parliament or sis chinchina achi dum so biamba 40 transformers me kasa na yawa me pese ekokoti from nankasa na numu aha ye no evidence based na dey adwuma wa ha na wo hu nkofo a ye de ma na show monsa nti me no ye bre ye nti emra
as the power outage experienced by many consumers across the country. If the answer is no, why the power outage then?
We are pleased to provide the following response to the urgent question. No, ECG is not undertaking load shedding as at the time the question was asked. So, Speaker, consumers were experiencing outages due to a number of factors. That included localized outages due to overload on lines and transformers. So, Speaker, there are certain areas in this country that all of a sudden the number of people resident or the businesses that have accumulated, especially I can give an example of parts of East Legon, which was a purely residential area, now has become one of the major business districts, increasing power consumption, thereby hampering the existing lines there. So the transformers and the lines have to be outdated.
Enja komni nchirem enyame Nicholas na mete ha me bie ma no kekan bi kwe. Mo Maichi Opoku Prempe minister ono na ye energy ni ma hoden seminar ede nanim. O sisi your pair animate aye. We ye de animate no kreka. We say be woni na bonsa ho. Na waye wadwen se obedi Ghana fotro. Ye to aba ma mo se mo nsom ye o. Enye ye na ye som mo. Mo nka no kre ne nkyere yen. Mo se mo nka no kre. Asi dum so bia no na transformers bia na asese. Sa na tie nya dia ogitum se dum so. Ghana fo mahu bi. Mo atibi. Maichi Opoku Prempe sa na o ka kye yo. Nti de tie no. Ye hu kofo mu di yeso. Ehia se sa mo another term. Ye mo man another term e wo de tie. Che be bre ye na e be hye o man mu. Bibia enkoye. Nti de tie no na MPP o mo running mate. Ye ya ne tie ono ano mo na e ba nya de o mo de obi e ba ono ana e ba. Nti running mate on kan okre. Running mate a ombuyen. We mu na de power mo. We Ghana ni afa ho adwen wate. Omo ni mbo bia de boaye. Na nyame ya adoma December 7th ne ento abapa yemfa ma John Dramani Mahama oni Jane na Opoku Agyeman na ma memfa happy birthday amod tu efi producer Omamba Patient o se nkoma na mensa La Paz Community Hospital or will show a long life and good health. Into na mensa wutie me baby will be on a happy birthday. May you live to be 9, 7 and 9 and beyond. So person you need to sadia na mensa baby will be on we nurse or La Paz Community Clinic. Happy birthday. Baby anana hima will be ano inchia kese enkomo pa. Make out senche kukudam. Beti nkonya tena so na ye no mwede nkomo ye wo former member of parliament de Madina Alhaji Amadu Sorugo or ha a friend of Madina Fada ye beti nka sa so na ye beti national deputy communication officer nka ye nua Godwin Akogan ono so wo fidiem ha ye beti omonka se kuku dami na eni omo bedi dwuma na make out say nyame adoma next week Saturday 29th of June so XYZ your driver your friend no Emmanuel Parko Ata dodo na friend one side Ata nyame adoma na ye no so beba so next week Saturday wo shiashi behind IPMC echiri ho anti moma yen hye so yenkoje ebusuane oyere ene emba na yintumi nkotenechi wodo XYZ broadcasting makuya TV XYZ radio XYZ Power FM amumbe jamien na yenua ye driver ye hankani na nyame aton sa frɛ na ye nkata ne tikama kama wo hyashi behind IPMC echiri ho anti bo man hye so na nye ne sa na Kwame wo go so na Kwame of na Kwame Barbering Saloon go so kukom kwan so wo ho te wo ho wo so wo de ato flash screen so ma ende wo kɔ go so ne potema ende market day obi etwema no hwe TV XYZ na mean show sa so na Mama Gina a former women organizer for region NDC also etia kese enkoma oye papa na bibia nkonti teacher Bismarck obese also wo Kwamiteria Chrome in Western North also so wo hwe pa wo Kwamiteria Chrome ho obi a hwe wo chirade wo Kwamiteria Chrome DHS nti also ntia kese enkoma baby edri ma mempe X natural mineral water simply natural memfan kwanche me thirst memfan kwanche in come na dem menum kakrambra na meba Alhaji Amadu Sorogo o se ken ma banana ma ba sala ni na atayetri nti owa ye beti fafanka ye beti akuganso nka ma menum nsuo kakra na membra meba ensem ne ye beba ba mu meba sesia mama wakwa babiom de ba TV XYZ baby a wo bia no says ya baby reading some egu bamba so na ye ba ebedi hon komo mo Alhaji Amadu Sorogo former member of parliament de Madina owa sa so na ye beti national and as a deputy national communication officer de Mandisa Mayeko Godwin Akogan ono so ye beti nenka Alhaji mama wakwa ba
Godwin, ni post near there. Organizer and communication. Oh, okay. And to any Basentali, two deputy communication.
Alaji, Bibiabo called the back at the sala.
Barka Kade,
Obia Charalaji.
Oh, yes, more.
What's I father?
Yemfa Nasia. Any area, Australian Ponyankopon.
Wow.
Sewa ma finu akwa baba betu yen.
The cray.
Enkramofo eyeda kesiam and any last day.
Yes. And any last day.
And in Senka obekumwa. And the last day obetimi akuma no pa 3 days.
Okay.
Na ya na mira na makai say na ye no nyina Christians the same ya na esum the same Abraham ya the same Sarah ya the same
Abraham asefo na
so no edru na ye hu say mo yes ani no Christmas dura obosa and am for me and say akoto aponchi kitu ari
no man
ni ari akoto akoko but krem of
ozo bia na ye yero mo
twa kese bum bani na aba enteno ebeda erede asese minu anu so aba minu akoga
na bibia boko de Mate say na musuma eye kruye bi
Aba
Madina. Yami sure what say we Madina fadampa because emeti me ni eje ye on say Madina ho na sabi Mary mu ana me wonti be hu no why ade so wa masum bi etumi aba Madina
ne o ne say unim say JDM Madina no tnae ya ma Melodina awa no wo hairdressing saloon na awo na me kura na dam for pa
okay
nti oba be stray no no se da bi ne ma wotete no Madina no kure no okasina ni jiwa no oboa okagumasum na opeso okache me se Madina nkoyi a onfa me ho ncheme na as a father ne me bia menye prior to that no na national omonso reconciliation committee led by the chairman general and Professor Alabi. Mr. Professor Alabi nso de me constituency ana norte sana wo ye vice chancellor ewo UPS we say UPS nso de ewo Madina and me amenu akuma Maliba and others no mo ba be share yen me nyina toto ba no achi no na still getting ambassadors no led by Hanatete so Hanatete nso de me amene na na ewo trade and industry as a chairman.
Yes, your mammy and in Ofia Hanon.
Oh, yes, I mean, in Tiana Ambassador Tamaklonum and the former chief imam, Colonel Omar Sandanum, and in Peninfopi, General Modenum, and the Dovlolatenum comrade. Omonina frame your trans in Usadabi. I won't say near man kitting a cosobat intimate transina. Madina influence and as far as I am no I decided to take it up
okay
na ntiasian so ayejuma ene enyina babat me pesa me fasa wakwanya so nam ka kire Madina for se me pacho adwebrɛw se mia na no mani abredenden se bibia ne no mafrɛ me wo na oya father na we ni so na we mu na we nyese ni nyina me dia che ye nyina ba together as a father
me hwehwɛ no
ye nyina ne hwehwɛ se beba together ne be kona me nkwada no Masaudu nom yida nanom
okay
yida nanom ene minu ya debia na shalom nom any others Isaka nom omunyinara ya pamucho ya mra together zongo Madina zongo mpenimfo akuku dame ho ni yufia omujitas ye nyina mra together for the sake of the party. We are not working for an individual, we are working for the party.
Okay.
And to be a represent the party no so long we say yankasa susunsu hu no hu sampa baby o wa chia nko wo mo anye yi a o ma be pacho am ye nyina reconcile no ye mom na yenko ɛna yɛ ankasa yɛ maame nso so rejoice ahiablɛ ɔno nso last week wa ɔkɔɔ yɛ na obiara ne baabi awurade bɛ frɛ wo ɔnso fortunately ɔhwɛ nti na ɔhwɛ ase ɛno ano no yɛde do hospital wayɛ nyame dia nti rejoice ahiablɛ me time no ɔno a na agya odi anim taataa sɛ ɛse ne tɛkrɛma koraa no ɔmoko ɔma ɛse ɛka tɛkrɛma ɛda no a yɛyɛ akuga yɛdi ndc 32nd anniversary ɔte hɔ bi ɔdressing white you saw her ayɛ nyinaa di nkɔmmɔ ne ade ɛne sɛ ɛkɔɔ yɛ the following day no a fofie antoata nti yɛbɛgyina sɛ nneɛma na bosuafoɔ nyinaa yɛakɔ ndcfoɔ nyinaa yɛakɔ 31stfoɔ nyinaa yɛakɔ yɛ nyinaa na yɛhwɛ adeɛ but yɛsɛ onyame ne ɔpɛ no ɛna ɔyɛ baabi a yɛnyɛ anigye a ɛpɛ sɛ yɛkɔ no na ebi a nyame ka sɛ daabi a hɔ ne nyaa na wɔsi agye tom nti madina Matis will be so person was about independent mature those things cannot work. Me dear, me can I'm begging the person our lose and why please this is not the time. Yenina together. We still have so many years ahead of us. Nyam prepare your home. 2028 eba, 2032 eba. You can start preparing now and as I wasn't there forever, so will not be there forever. And one no. Yamna together. I'm say Alaji Sorogo to Madina Fourth will be soon coma Amenfi Central. Yeah, Amenfi Central. Amenfi myself also Ajebro Menyan and TSA chairman so co-independence ani amane esremo aha na yemfa yentumi na Amenfi Central so bibia entumi enye kama wo hosa anti e de teno no Ghanaians won spare aso so baby na mess e ko duru hotels mpo ye tonia me koso no look Ken Anibriaba. Yes. Anibriaba what in 777 kwase sembi akoso ni nse akogana tia. Say national skills say BNS when ye sika e dey mo so mo nkonko research to get who can partner. Listen up. Baumia. The electoral or parliament is Semoka. Mama Godwin Akugana Kwaba. Godwin Akugana Kwaba. Viviabo Miana Mehao Tawata. Uni Hakra. Miana Mehao. When I like the Miana Mehao when Tibekana. But be a feeble book. Yeah, be a bomb. Mammy fa Quina Wena, Minfa, and Emma, Munumi and Sambi, and Tujana. Tisesina Alaji Edikayaka. Obi Oko Independence Biano. Same remedy yebe poucho say sebe metu and quarter de The truth is that MPP has started a sponsor and for a pushy and for say omonko independent. Na on say yeah transfer no. They tried as much as possible say omobe transfer votes for other constituencies at their call baby a omofili say gaba yema omuno isusa into say to me ebiti or maybe 800 500 they want to bus about 8,000 more to the place and all that thinking say bia your friend is saying nipa vote no it say bayere idea homa aboma edaho so that's their thinking. The next strategy is say to me ape enkrofo wo amye NDC for omaye a little bitter senebe ya ye be sponsor wo no ye sponsor wa hwebe ukona se okodwe 300 vote to be and I say 400 vote to be ready or be ready but a beer na sa 400 vote no ama MPP ni be the 2 vote and I say 3 votes but you see we will sanction people at the right time say see there yenim say conflict resolution team ne party penny for no air confirm and then on the Amenfi Central menye sure say chairman akaso ko independent o sa na e ba matisi and I me say mate okay into the one can year e bia na enumum edebina so na akwakoye nkrofo aye posters mahwe papa no ono ankasa ni status omo print ye de but omo design printers ono ankasa me hu on Facebook me hu on status me hu obebia bankofu bi na church you understand and truth be told the way Amenfi Central artists see no tension tension so
yeah manage ne say no so no na yes so ye kasa around it no abafem kakra se na be ya unu bi kasa na ato exactly na akokoto na koma so
okay
na me wie no so na me de me maame Rejoice Ahiable asema honorable Sorogo kaye no na me de wie Mejina party na nemu na mama na busuya yako. Enemi ne okase eye Kids Day. 19th of June. Ena jiwa sorry yes oba be 2 rolling saban.
Jiwa no esojeni.
Exactly. Oba be 2. Sebe military for no amfe tuo amfe jan. Na Kids na nkasa tiye almost sorry ye no. Order jiwa ye bia no they counted it.
Oh yes.
Came on the streets and made sure that the coup failed. Say Oshe consistency and I say Rawlings it to me etna abemu Emma for this long period revolutionary be anywhere onya as a period no 10 to 11 years as a revolution. It being said that it was because of the work of the Kids. And they almost share our party office MNAF for a very long time. That, but almost say almost started ayena. If you look at the number of people who came, and Crawford Sebe Yemubi Yeti Omudi ni Yesusa, and I say be a TV so and I say photo so and I be no, and then when you na eba yema a friend as a program no AF.
Okay.
Na mede air connected. Friend say Mame Joyce ni wuo no a mejina so na mejina party anemu mejina Kids anemu na yede amabusua ya akone se na Alaji ekaye 10th na owo but before then every year June 4th celebration bi anoka anniversary committee no which is chaired by Honorable Kofi Ato. I am also a member of that committee. Will you believe, say, 1st of June, and the first team, Eko Ejumako, some her into 2 years, how ready they are and all that. She's 74, say 75, but very active. Yeko year program ni wiye ebaye. The next 2 days. Na ya science wa frame meeting na mame no etim to ensure say the 10th of June so no becomes a success. 10th of June by mame na nkasa timubi program successful. So the next program the 19th of June ene. Into the week before and a frame meeting. Your friend is saying the way all the programs, Echo, yes, Sussex, and all that. It was a Tuesday, and in your casa, na. So I said, baby, you be wrong or crying to me, address all this issue. The next day, which is a Wednesday, and almost say, Kids no Echo, national chairman ho, Senebeya, omube to me, Ashishe. Sa 19 program no. Free national chairman fee on sort of rest junction kwame so hono. My hot okay. O track kwam we track first one away. Aba your friends and fee on oba betwem akono. And an nsu ebri no. And a auto form edinity ne front ebo. That is all. Yade ne call hospital yebeye de yebeye nyina na maame no okọ. And that is the level of sacrifices and Crawford eye ama party way. A woman who is 74 years or say on that Sebi ne hona ma edodo no hona de bia na ne kneecap no or support bia or the share ne 9 but or say on that going up and down to ensure say NDC ebesa so aba abemu na ebusuafo wakra ya mebo eyamane national chairman Amaniano, he was so shocked. Say, "Also, almost free me fee 1 hour niye. How is it possible?" Wanyende, banyango pon enenim ne oye. Yabeme busuya for yako.
Okay.
Now Oyobia, she died in the line of duty. Until the SSA party a yemani biya so no party ebeye. Na nyame ya adom na se nkunimdi so eba. Ye hu se ye wo nkrofo a omokonye e de omkra eto ho emietumi ewini sapawa no, and we will never take that for granted. See emebu no a sebe anka ye wa hoden a ye betumi aye adwuma ye hyehye nnamu se friend is Madam Funi Akogan, Madam Funi Alaji Sorogo, Madam Funi King Nicholas, Madam Funi Mugabe intino. Se nyame ya adom na se power ba mefa omoso na mede ekomenim na se mefa omoso na menya de bepe no. This is the time I say mupeja mumu nanka emrewa ene nkokra no omutu yenfo emayetumi wini power intino ene program ha I dedicate it to Madam Rejoice Ayamble.
Okay.
May her soul rest in perfect peace.
Okay. Yes, kwamudi ana ye call and demonstration a call so against a sales of a snake hotels yenim say hotels na nya de bia ka bia koso so hotel ye ton aton de amobia sabi ne de kra 2019 ya se mfaso bia nse dan femu mba ne meka ho na ehadwene yi yenhwe nran kokora mrewa mrantie nkitesia mufi Ghana baby abae na eye ni je ho mo hyase ha wasi ewie ye na ho na ha me kakra eye na nan ma conform la omu na ado omu hu jimu ehu Ghana adwuma yefo o chese bia fi baby bebre be ka ho yen hyase ho san komo no alaji
well
the demonstration of course lead convener honorable Samuel Okuja to apply.
Me fi say obi anim. First na nka manfo enim mpo say hotels no ayeka no. Eyen workers edia.
Bebre nim.
Bebre fi say private bi. Na enye aban, enye the government of Ghana hotel. Eye workers of Ghana hotel. Na yeyi sit so mo mehwe so ma ye what trust na ye ka account. Now, Obia, why did we buy hotel? Well, simple and straightforward. Because hotel, as I say, I open secret to be any, maybe over Fabia, I come once. Nitia when you say, many contributions, I could get contributions. Say, that should be senior 60 years, Nasi Yako Kra and Amroa. Yako Quatanazano, Busumi be a pension kakra. Into your contribution, na banso swa, and na company. Institutions also are for no so they can crack on. Now, no one yesterday be says he can't transfer and wo. I be meccan because we are see economy and the Sadia young crop for one bet nasi. Now, one more crocracy can a maya aden down with any benyas can over Bamfaso. Na sabi said Archino, your crown GMwa. Yet me can be a triaca.
Okay.
Yanina yeti say International Labour Organization. I can say. Say ya the way ya dear snake and namono pension no a hanin fie dunu pension yentimi ntua akora be boyen enti se wanum nyina ka ho a adentin ye decide say be ko hotel sata mo no hotel ye very lucrative chese mfaso home ti decide say ye be ko akosi hotel ye de mimi ne usika na ye ntoboa no ye de be ko akosi hotel na hotel ya mankrofo abeso na mfaso ba ye timi anya mfaso no na ukọ pension ya onso wanya kakra ni atimi nso atua banka ene edikosi hotels yi enya hotels ne nko a enya ma bibre wa yaye STC ni nyina Count State Transport company
yeah.
and a corporation and know very well ni nyina with others ebi wo ho ana kakra ye na hotel yi me mpesa meka because ya project ya kan ebeka nyina hotels no nsia no emu nan ayi adwuma me chese omunya mfaso ye nyina ekohwe enye se bia blakwa na eka enya akoga na eka enya NDC party na eka papers no nkuntebu a wohwehwe se company obenya no ye ko hoko bisai ana ya kan kire ye din krata na betu anim se ni omunhwem masa hotel ba kutiminya 158 million Ghana cedis
enye easy
mfaso hotel baako etiminya 10 million hotel enya 71 million to the point is hotel no kura nya awie no o declare for so no a o say tua dividend of 21 million edema ban say heje na wo mo ka ho no yemfa nti o mo ka chese hotel na nya mfa so masa we chese mfa so no ba no ebeboa workers se ne be ya daache no o mo ba hujie mu a o mo nso kakra beto mo nsem ena akoba say MPP for di akoteni atena se achicha ho wo mo bu ko mo fe na japade no a wo mo chro yere mo se de bia me ba ka mo asem japade no mo dia to no mo se hwe masa se kura de bebe ko du na likely se be lusu 2024 election na mo no se yam prepare ye hu ebe ye mo bo enti baby asika wanka etimi ma ban ne koso no mo ma ye nsom na ye nji amoso ne ye boso a hey abanu when this for kura ba he bibia be o be control electricity power be control financial institutions ayengu banks no mo go banks ni enya mother bank o kan book na was a mother bank Kenoforiata bank no mo friend mother bank insurance yengugu no na yenja Kenoforiata insurance government adwuma kese was a insurance ka kese ba no mayemfa nko aban SIC State Insurance Corporation yemfa nko Kenoforiata ho ento hwa ma hye bibia ana akoba se wo mo ankasa papa na no wo no tinkran no wo mo hwa papa ne twetwa mo na so delay time no so kontem o delay mo so person mo jadi ntam se no be lusu power enti no mo yi tinkran no ha wo ba se ne ko ade ne pese atoma ye ho a wo mpene na cabinet abra champo tinubi aha na tosini aha na etia ye di wura ha na be yie aha na nko yie o tinubi and no nyina take decision say hey ade no yenton no ade amfa pem na be mase yenton ade a amfa so de thank yeton sabi ntino pam no twa no ade no yeton ama ye ho ya fani say ya green po say yenton a mumfa na what are the problems in dia yenton some problems no akwan wo betimi aye ni ya na ya management na impompo sana hotel impo die hotels are enyamfa so you know where the hotels are now only niama bi owa yen fa ya dwene nko ho
okay
almost starting so omo plan so mbeto na che so nim say hotel beach no La Palm Labadi beach no enema hotel ni din ya ton beach na nkase wo ho no ya ton
ya so
former chairman ya fence
Freddie Blay
nimma akoto moja hotel no kompone no mse ha ya to enti hotel no so na to beach na hotel no see a beach na di hotel ni
ba beach hotel say yan hotel
say enti ato dia anya yemfa koti kwanso na yemfa we so nka ho ye wi ani dia bom na che se ba ba ko enti no pam no twa no mfa so bia ni so ya de o ma hihye krono no a wo mo plani no mo usa fe die ye mie ye ni a hey ade ni ye ko baumia entwa yie na pokura de ni kankankan nya na pona beka sexuality education say se ho fancha me nkwada nkosua the way ye di turumuturumu
onwa
na we ni de neighbor baumia nya the same thing akufo one cassette is bound to happen ebeba up to today akufo was sign law no a yes ye bra turumuturumu organ na akufo was sign also one sign and sign na because onwa ni wonya womunim sika womunya edi flabrochire eba enti mensa hotel asem ni de etiawa ya dwene se young workers ni ya se pam no twa no ni nansi a cho ye nton hotel no abrakwa nyame mwa no adwuma no de asi na anim no adwuma bi eden na ye nyina Ghana for ye mwa because we national cathedral nseme ko ho na we papa ba kwa ni di mienu ni passport mienu
cha wa sign ni ko nsema ba ebedi hu nkomo
masa enti wanum nyina bom no hotel de etia wape eye state capture no from state capture wo mutena se hihye no from 2016 omo ba ni ombeye no master ya be kanne se na bia bibia no ni twa ni twani so nim sense se papa wo nyina amato ngafa
cantonment Laboni ni
Laboni licensing office asasi bia including me ankasa mi constituency the animal farmer wa amraya woman ton half
ono so ma ton
half and no credit ba umia na no odi animu masa na entity na office Ghana ebe airport krom nya mbeton oh because airport we see enya na wo me akwa na ba no duty free shop no na ne ba no na se wa wo masa nti no pam no twa no hotel ni di a state capture mb before awiata so se ombeto na even se wo tompa the reserve price no consultant ni be kan ye no aden na wo se wo temu mienu $124 million wo so be ma $61 million na bansin 10 ye eje say wo mo twesan wo so mo nyensa agreement no nyame ncha de wo mo mfa epo kese ensie ni mu epo mienu ensie ni mu say baby ayedi no baby amuadi no omu fanko nya kai die ye bo ho bai hotel no it's not for sale, it's for workers yen na contribution gom they will make sure say problem wo ho na say managerial problem Rock City onu boka Rock City enya na obo ni say anu say fe na okwa file ni tax return
yes ano kai
so into we twanya na sema ba ya bona ba
half of the year
no
ko file o tax
return no di say okwa ko file we declare dividend we clear revenue we clear taxes filing of taxes doesn't mean say you are going to pay taxes you can file say waboka Intiminia, I'm fancy ana. Minia na mrambo bina hotel no go area. No, wo mo police for no so a wo mo to 2 eyi. Me so say akogan where you are there. No, masa, ya agree. Mo na ma say yemra maduru Christ the King
Catholic Church ho.
Na yan track Catholic Church ho. Let's hear ba. Why do you come forward to almost in the middle Ecoben Parks and Gardens?
Odin ho nti ase.
And yes, sebi. Order from above, they be only order from above. Not just a 77 previous. Police for anyone 190 from Labadi, Abba, Bedru Tre, BBNC, also near BBC. Na, Yenya Bibi Bonnie, I can say, Nyaye. But Yenina, where I say, Astati, Abba, Nipadu, Dono, Muyan, Shiomo. No one said, I beat baby Econo, Enkoyi. Hotel, no, hands off. It's not for sale. But Champon can buy it. He can't even manage his hotel. Later on coming to us. We are not selling it.
Let us say, Nti Alaja Amadu Sorgonet in submission. Mama Nko Godwin Akugano. Akugan yenti we.
Niko. Ye misa ye ho se nipa ben na sebe. Ni ti esi ne kon so a obeka se makokɔ bidie meton. Obi e bia ne twi no enko akire no. Se yaka se akokɔ bidia na kyerɛ sɛ akokɔ a wedru otunkusua wedru eyi a ne nkosua ɛdɔɔso no na wo se akokɔ bidia okay ɛno ɛna wo kɔ akɔtɔn ye former ye friend say ono ye MP for Sanergu Alhaji ABF o say ansa na obehu se odwan a onyem ewo a friend say market ye ba beton no na che say problem a ewo fie no na so pa ye misa ye hu say Workers Hotel for the past 40 years afibia omunya mfaso ede ma aban anase ode ma the pension scheme die ne beka nipa obeka say sa hotel no meton ne mfaso no mempe meton so no sebe enye se bia meton 5% o meton 10% o meton 60%. Die na kawo me na makoto meka ana me say me the work and pay and I say be America say me the trotro trotro driving mat me trabu man say na what be a 500 Ghana ba and also because of maintenance no me the 600 eba 500 no abro so 100 Ghana say entes 100 Ghana no entun chain sinebe ya bibi ese wo car ne ho a ye nusu 500 ni bi enfanye na sa de we aba car na say ade we kra de car no me pese beton so wonye kronfo a ade we de wonye bi sebe wonye kronfo enne ni brefo a you will never take such a decision yemfa nyeme bi entu nsani ani eba ne sen ena faru ode ne puma eto fom na mpuma edane wowo no eye wowa nkete na Moses edene de to ho no eye kese na nketwa no afei omuna omumene akese no uti bi wo hemfa anka ye ton hotela anka hwan ne beton hwan de faru ede ne puma si ho no ne kakraka no emene Moses ni de si ho no emene faru fo ne ye friend say na wo ni na emene wo mu na anana na do dan ko akufu ado hotels enketwa emene hotels akese
nti bi da
me da say hotels ayeka ho asemi they have been in existence for 40 years apart from profits are omoye no omo san so e train omo workers outside Ghana every year which investments can brand a champion sabe ni hotel workers no kra no wo de omo fi kwawu abankran kra so mba training da these are people who have trained their staff for international standard na Rock City and Ekwakoto Labadi Beach Hotel
Rock City
2019
which insult ben emeti say sankanya akronfo aban na ebuga na ene kabeti ade obi wo he Alhaji Shaibu Isa me weshe o Baraka Ndesanla and kabeti asem we bi e wo he fa hwe yenka say ma obi top property.
Okay.
Everyone has a right to invest anywhere that you want to. But you see, I'm coming on the leg of the conflict of interest. You will maybe a Brian say because of baby awote, because some your friends advert ya mo ya nkrofo to me efre na you want to me be 5,000 2,000 and that mensaka promo yi anke munam ka mo ye e wa ha anke be bra workers mo power ni nyina say mo ntumi ntubi
sana tie kra
sana wo su temboa me da se wa phone wa na wo ye yi but because you are here no there's a presumption be say bia ubetumenya advantage over others. Brand Champion, we a cabinet minister. Senate for no, they are under finance. Obin to me tenase and kase. Me chief executive of Senate. Inti me ton Senate dainina. Me ton we you miss her to me no. As I said through the finance minister no, ye the cabinet meeting. Ye the cabinet meeting na ohon ye kwako discuss it. Say adewe ema ye mfaso. Inti ade ema ye mfaso no eba ne se ne ton. Those discussions are done at a certain awo utimubi. That one alone bars you. So untumi esi ukwan say who put in an application because a be a conflict of interest. You will be a friend insider trading.
Okay.
Insider trading they say mene uti hey ebi a ye ba be ye promotion bi wa ha. Yenim ye friend is anase ba be jim crofo wa ha. Yenim requirement as I say obinya into insider training because I have it no essentially see me kwan say mean to me apply into bia na me baby aye kanana me say banichi koye adewe ye see nafa be apply into the inside information I have no me dia madam for banichi say on fambe apply. That is why even when there's a panel of interview na so uni mo be kra na you must declare so we there mean to me encounter then you recuse yourself.
That's the law.
But abai we mu hwe fereshi omukro no they dare us metinem me to opa fauti ekopem ban mojaba tafre nanom opa fame koko go to court almost omuni me ya court the day me abeka say go to court bia no omuni me omoye ne na sibu oso
the prepare
oni na sibu oso so go to court hwe ye won krofo bi o ha ho nyame ya adoma NDC eba power ye de ensa wi ebe so omumene na omofe bibia omodibia no obefe aba
me say inya ni ebe so omumene amra no wo ho me de NDC ni so what in me amra ye di ye adwuma na me bo
amra no so omumene
thank you
na omofe
no omofe 1 minute ni ebe ka se fe ka se mo ma me ko ma me fe because amra no ya do ba fa so se be do ba bi no ba say hey ma miri ni ye into man ko na me fe that is all but here we will not ya me so mu see ba be kun da bi ni ebe ka se ayanka ba mra no enu be di ni pepepe sanity
okay me to was so no me another demonstration was so successful mean to me ama because na ye into to ye be for your friend is saying ye fake meeting enra nyame adom so ye hu friends campaign team ye approve no enra memfa kwanya we so na me congratulate Professor Joshua Alabi or ye campaign manager
2020
that exactly you know nobody changed a winning team nyanke bia mo last 10 minutes ne betumi aka no ana ye de afem mami congratulating na me congratulate coordinator honorable Fifi Fiavi Koite so enka ho inti say eniema say ekoso not demonstration say I felt sanka workers of Ghana anka omupo beka say enedue ye de adwuma to form obia wo pension na o salary de ma obosome endru 500
asem Ghana
pension endru 500 omo nsem bam bibi kakra omo kasa ma memfa nkoto bond ento ho na me pension nsome a me de bond hu ska kakra no a support no so no bond no egu yesu sika na ase such an irresponsible government I was sika enni ho no but one kasa ministers there omunya sika to hotels amomo yerenom eni omoma na me pensioner ye mi sika eni kosi hotels ye investments snit our investments bebre sena be ya sika na ye gigye no ye de investment na oko pensioner ya invest in your life apart from your investment amuye nyina no me kofia ebi eji 200 Ghana cedis ebi 500 Ghana cedis sebe ye hu safo imobo yeso ye wa adwuma mu ne no ekena ye tons ha de we a ebi a wo 500 kra no ye be catch us because of ebi a Togo and Senegal war because ene de ye the Ukraine
and Russia
e ma we excuse say we bond no ye mfama wo Yan from Mauno, Omudi properties no egu ho. Na wa ye adwuma no ye beka tro say Ghana and Senegal war enunti wo pension kra no sika enna ho. Hwe Ghana is the only country me nkrofo mu ko pension ya omunsu. Obi ho a until recently not wakoko tini age so utumu so bi ekura puma ekwa adwuma obisa na he was made 42 because onim se okofia okowu na sa pension we a manipa survivor kakra obi kwa brotre no ka se me ko pension 42 sikapuduo ayede mano. Some of the huge cars are who are manone no e pensioners when go back ahumije mu no afina all traveler ko amama beji weni oba beji nani eyade anetie wanya so na me cho do that to her but unfortunately for us in Ghana Sakronuya and Crawford, we are voting for highness to take care of our sheep. Highness and na omoshe ye nyan so ebibeka ene peteku ene henya so alaje timenja ya twi no ya na mede haina no ye peteku no ye friend haina o ta peteku so no ore first my dream say fox no w fox ya na say ye come on fox what you say. So these are some of the leaders we have. None in the area. Nana do danko akufuado. Oho. Bibia ye djuma pepepe. Oti apo. Yes, bon. And we refer the general secretary then kai. Was he constitute medical board on we refer. Exactly. Nyan shenko for because chrono e koso say. Na your president wa on to me nkaso bi nyai. Na de ono president on to me fa ni nai ensifo. It is so pathetic. You understand? And ultimately, I'm happy with what Honorable Okojato Ablakwa has been able to achieve with this. I am saying this because, and I'm calling on workers to rise up for your rights, irrespective of who is leading. As I say to me, sorry. Senyasa dachi yebeshe yechi ne bibia eni yechi ayebeka say, and some of us ye papa no ye maame no ene omudi enimu no the things that they enjoyed at their youthful age, you know, eni honne. You understand? Almost so na omo bo ye abro amanchirima ababebre futuo. And let me tell you something. La Palm a sano. Foto a omwankasa omo abo ato hono. Sabe etumito Rock City. And notice oto your friend is saying hotel na wato omubibia eden aka ho. Na enipa kropo a o kire ye say a friend is saying hotel no, this is how much it is worth no. Or charge Ghana no or charge ye in dollars. 491 or charge ye in dollars. Now so or chere ebuo SSC a ton no or charge in cedis. Or no kra wo nyansa say your man dollars e wo value as in cedis. Inti yan ton ade no or no kra no enye your friend is saying e yinkwa ne nya brancha mo or no one kra ye be gwa ne chima. For you to propose, Sankanya briber, and Kawuba proposes a yen chalka in dollars. Must say, Nasio and Crawford on physical ban. Menas Godwin Akugana attaining Kaname Cows and Moses, boy, be papa, almost of the Moses Gallic capsules. Abedrama, so Pebinanum, we are ruining bin mebebo, improve blood circulation when Sano 983 in a bit to me to Asiamo Sasso. Now made Moses clinic say for ya rebra, say ye prostrate, disorders and say why I'm rewon Pembemani or bar where problem, dental problems, Nina, malaria, SCI, all the qua on
abo mo adenta opposite the police stations also the AESL building inside Ghana Highways Authority yard mu Accra Ministry Sajay Kojo opposite school for the deaf obi hu mo ho ansa na Kumasi Santa so boase ekwan so mecha ahema kokoben from 0244068447 Saasuna Safari Valley Eco Resort so men kan cho say bre na wo be hu se no kre embo ho papa embo bi ho eta ho television so abro be ko zoo ni ade na wo be hu e bi zebra antelope mara na embo bebre nankasa wo ko ho be hu bi wo Safari Valley Eco Resort wo Saasuna baby obedo ni problem obedi ana omo kana obi a wo de kanu ni ade sisu a monam so waterfalls ni niam bebre party wedding ni meka wo call honeymoons ni ade oni na no wetumi akọ Safari Valley Eco Resort romacha akwan wo dewu Okre district wo Kwape Mountains here na obi hu omo for reservation for 0596 91 4394 na woni omo ndin komo ibium power specialist herbal hospital Dr. Akosua Duya Asemen kan show say yare friend hepatitis na how ABCD and IE so na fatty liver sciatica prostate ansana I am crew ulcer compo fibroid ni mekeka hu ina no so oba o metumi abo Kumasi omo fe yase Lake Bosomtwi Road opposite Jesbro filling station Accra omo kwa benya poku ase ACP Road hwa Takrade ya Anaji Estate adjacent Anaji MA Primary School obi hu omo ho from 0244544422 and 0200383831 na woni omundin komo Dr. Amuzu ono no de Amuzu garlic bitters aba wo yare on yare opebinom na bebo reduce cholesterol wo ni pedium sa so no Johnson 10 me pacho stroke patients ahoro no wunya binom a ebo wabra na why weak ni na no ebetumi abo ma bibi etumi akonka Amuzu ndro ne de enye no organ ha bebia ye tondro bia Accra ha na na boachi Hello Herbal Tinatet Herbal ni Kens Walk Herbal ubenya bi ho sa so na Freddie Men's Herbal wo tafo ni Kumasi bebia so ko benye bia top 0247776743 mamembra Alhaji Amadu Sorogo Alhaji mbre ne ko yenti we ni yembo ni tumbo na
mbre no aso ano
enso but yembo ni tumbo yenhwe court nsema osofo sanso de akọ cathedral na kakra on appointment ma perify appoint hom so mo
campaign professor ma agogan
yenhwe minim sa wate osofo a
asofo ana appointment nso kan hobi
kate na appointment sem so
okay sure na say 2 minutes we ana media wrap
okay me that say
meaning
first na exactly then you answer
no
yeah better your flag bearer ase na yada political committee for so ase na function executive committee so no yada obibia ase because nra jumasono eni di when everybody in a team ejidi say we don't change a winning team nature say yenya a positive spirit ayede echo the 2024 elections samobesha His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eba ne running mate no wan populity kra wan na nwene ho kra o say mami a ota mechi eminya unprecedented result in opposition ebin see da seven previous ankenya de mensa kro no enu om kata hehya ankene yewo power enonti no mene Professor Jena no poku na esan so akobio Edru campaign team with that same spirit you agree say you don't change a winning team enonti no Professor Joshua Alabi a obo ne homodene ema yetumi attain that feat no ono an say otoa so na odi say adwuma no ema yen and everybody accepted that and we know say he is going to deliver as he delivered 2020 your opposition besusu wo ho and your constitutional matter ebin the general secretary no a automatic coordinator of our campaigns a constitutional matter and nunti no so no sabi untumi enwene ho mienu. The General Secretary 2020 was your national chairman. Unti Fifi Kwete ena ebeye campaign team coordinator. And this year's campaign, so it will be a three-leg approach. That is why Osha, the campaign team itself is 19. And yet campaign team kakrakabia. But a nupono a course because we have infused existing structure into the campaign structure. And Nubini say the national organizer works directly under the general secretary.
Okay.
And automatically he becomes the deputy campaign coordinator.
Okay.
And another leg so ayedi ababeka ho e wo ho ne say kane no na women organizer any youth organizer share organizer coordinating team no ase. But because a lot will come to play when it comes to the youth and women in the 2024 elections, you know, ye free ho ama almost so no they will be running on their own, and the women's wing too will be campaigning on their own. So we'll have multiple friends saying campaign hands. The main campaign will be led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yemame Professor so ebe woni campaign team a odi benante. General Asebu Nketi so ebe forming campaign team a ono so edi benante.
Okay.
You understand? So apart from these three forces are aircono, the coordinating so no ebenya the youth doing their campaign, the women doing their campaign, and that is how the campaign is going to. So you will see us probably in July. So we'll be crisscrossing like this. Say and you be crossing the whole Ghana to ensure say victory is secured and victory is attained. There are other people and the former friends here and Crawford 2020 elections, they played a significant role.
Yeah.
However, elections in Semuntino omen to me answer Swamba. One is Chairman Ofusu Ampofo. And then he's still in the campaign team.
Yes.
Steering committee. Okahon. Chief Baini, your former deputy organizer, is also part of the campaign team and many others. Team Awuhu Abonti is just 19 names. Not every name can be on a campaign team.
Okay.
However, Nipa Eshasiye omebe masa campaign team we no aye successful. Omudi eni abontene. So every leg is working because they have other legs doing the jobs for them. It will be very impossible to put their names out because especially with the security team, the security aspect. You want to mean for Edi and to Abonti because a B po ene baby a konya omoteso no mudi into me and ma bontene. So let everybody yemfa yempaibo yemfa yahoden entai Professor Joshua Alabi Echi ene Honorable Fifi Avi Kwete a obabe coordinate no yemfa yesunso ne bibia enta omechi yenka omo ewon paibom yenka ye flag bearer yenka ye running mate yenka ye national chairman a omo be ye the three campaign leads amaye no say omo ye nyina yen crisscross the whole Ghana a assembly bia ento yen say ye koye ba mu no nyankopon emmo obibia eho ban na sebe ye ka tai kra no ennumpo no aka say bia akwanhie bi aba ewo baabi obia o support NDC bia no empaibo a mesre say obebo ama campaign team no I don't know. Medase.
Alaji for kakra to suma kay be 4 minutes. Kakra to suma.
Yeah, what kind of no but me feel say at the national level no ever cut down to the regions.
Alaji min twa no yamfa bebe. Okay.
Yeah, it's a national one no eba. Na Yeah, direct regional ones to have that queue. Send a on special format, no the same thing our region, no. Now almost to the constituency and then to the branch.
Okay.
That is how it's going to do.
Large better. Happy birthday, Shrunkuma, Honorable Covenant Candle. Parliament, the Draboso in the Western North, and there Udine birthday. Happy birthday, Honorable. Baby, I will be Alaji and
Twas. Say at the top no and no apopoti no but senior matching ba watching ba no because a Jumanan Casano down in the war into after the national in the regions no and to the constituencies in the Hopper Najman war into the minimum national bar anytime beyond the region biano or many regions in Nina now so more constituency then with the constituency and then to the branches. And everybody is a campaign coordinator from the unit branch to the constituency or be a campaign manager. Inti young meaning kase me train atnansi ako kase campaign team ni be free suruwa ba ansane ya juma dabi campaign team ni de omu de no coordinate no me general be fani se yengura but the juma no the region also coordinates constituency to the branches. Okay, that is where we are going to hit very hard.
Alaji, I can even assure you, say, sir, a campaign, a kakraka, a platform, you know, you may not even you will not even see it. A fem eduma and the job day ground.
Yes, the job day ground. You did 32nd anniversary. And as on go caucus. Yeah, you're great here. You're no great here. Me and I'm here the head for the media and outreach committee. And you know, young so soon zongo caucus, young to the zongos, to everywhere, to the Muslim community and everywhere. And you know, Master, I am multi-purpose.
That is why even the zongo caucus coordinator has elevated as
Amausa is member of the steering committee. And in your better obias say everybody should get up. It's not about NDC. It's about Ghana. A Ghana project because MPP for to do no who like to see the bidder. And like MPP name and then ye ba beji is second independent because yes sir hotels in your toy that don't bibia what your grand from the be amika to say nyamia boa some from one makwai nyamema say MPP control from
What taxi?
One
number July another increment.
And I am a four condition Obefaso. And and then the crab meet and challenge and $16
office or Mumbai changing $16 okay.
Pound 20.
Mr. Tese made it so more say if I were you I'll sell my dollar because it's going
to National Deputy Communication Officer Mr. Godwin Akugan Sasona Honorable Alaji Amadi Sorogo former member of Parliament de Madina constituency. You're from Nicholas here, who's you also know with me from Nicholas. Men fast the PSC MFM MCR Mr. Ralph Jampo Peter Mr. Emmanuel Kisi minim send obedi Mrs. birthday papa ye back camera so Kofi Asante Francis on team ni na omoma wohu ye wofie wote ye nkaso power 97.9 yes sorry the na kwia krantma PAC Okra, no more Denise Papa in a candy bread. Yeah, boys perfect. Why you're that home? Can't transmit Tija family sister or Tija Bruta. It's a main count show so a fee 4 ABC 6. Most mutie radio no from 2 to 6. Yes, one bar. A chebe say have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.